Hello and welcome to Amby Marie Knits. My name is Amber. You can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as Amby Marie Knits. This is episode 27, 28. No, it is episode 28. Sorry I wasn't here last week. I did really good. I recorded every week for 6 months. I thought I'd skip one. But that's okay. We have lots to show today. I have finished objects, whips, new cast-ons. We actually have a little bit of everything. I have knit, crochet, and sewing. And some acquisitions as well. Some adventy stuff, no spoilers, so you don't have to worry about that. We're going to go ahead and jump right in. We are going to start with the knitted finished object that I gifted already. It was a pair of socks. I will put a picture right here. They were done top down, shadow wrap heel. Yarn is a one-of-a-kind colorway, sadly, from Pretty Twisted Yarns. And that's the first finished object. I wonder how many socks I've made this year. I'll try and get that total. For sure, the end of the year, I'm going to do a total of everything I've made. Like how many socks, hats, how many projects, and all of that. Because just be cool to see. Theoretically, I'm going to double check how many in and out on my skeins of yarn. But I did not do a very good job of keeping track of that the past few months. But that's okay. Next finished object is crochet. So I've been making... if you're related to me, don't watch. Probably if you're related to me, especially if you're a child, you shouldn't watch till like after Christmas, just to be on the safe side. Okay, so finished blanket. Got one of them done. This is my embroidery skills, let me tell you. I embroider as well as, I don't know, maybe a kindergartner. I bet you there's kindergartners that are better. But this is a cat. I swear that is a cat. Sorry, I can't really see it kind of through the holes. But here is the full blanket. It's 4x5. Yarn is loops and thread, something or another. It's from Michael's. It's actually really soft. It's a little bit of a thicker worsted weight, and it is really squishy. So I did 9 round grannies on this because they're a little bit thicker. And then the border, I just did a row single crochet, then a row a half double. And yeah, I'm happy with it. I mean, I'm not as happy as I could be with the cat's face, but it's still identifiable as a cat, right? So that's what matters. And pretty excited. I'm getting places, so out of all the Christmas gifts that I'm making, this is 3 out of 10 that is completely done. And I've made good progress on some of the others, which I will be showing shortly. Next finished object. I have a knitting finished object, another one that I forgot about. So I finished the Bluegrass Hat. That is by Wool and Pine Designs. If you remember, I made the Bluegrass Shawl a few months ago. Brioche, wonderful pattern, especially if you want to get rid of scraps, as long as you're okay with the fringe or okay with weaving in a lot of ends. Here's the hat. I have not woven in my ends on there. So it's got a garter brim. The brim in the background is a girl in her wool. She no longer dies. I don't know what the colorway is, if there even was a colorway. And then the main color on the front, that is scraps of hedgehog fibers and Pretty Twisted. And yeah, it makes a cute little hat. I'll show you the wrong side. Okay, I've still got ends, but even the wrong side in this pattern looks really cool because it just makes like this 3 little lines. I don't know, it's cool looking. I don't wear hats. Like, if it's got to be like freezing rain and 20 degrees outside before I wear a hat on a normal basis. This one's cute. I made the brim a little bit too long, I think. But it's kind of got a little bit of a slouch to it. It's cute. I would recommend the pattern. Wool and Pine also does tutorials. So like when you buy the pattern, you get a link and a password to actually look at all their tutorials for their patterns. So if you're new to brioche, go for it. I mean, there's one basic increase, one basic decrease. That's it. Like, totally doable. And the crown turns out pretty nice too. I just love all the pops of color in here. You get a little bit of brights. It's pretty cool. Okay. That is all of my 100% finished objects. We are going to do a partially finished object, and this one is sewing, and then we're going to jump back into knitting and crochet, so I'm sorry if you're only here for yarn, but this will be fast, I promise. I've been making quilts, and I finished a quilt top. Tomorrow, cross your fingers, I'm going to get this quilted. Maybe not the binding done. I'm also going to try free motion quilting. I did one practice piece on that. I don't know. We'll see. But this is... It's called Starflower was the name of the pattern. I've also seen this type of block called lemon flower, but it was made with half square triangles. So I'm going to stand up. So that's just what the block looks like. And I've got that for the outside border. And sorry, I am not far enough away to do this justice. It's not perfect. Like, I've got one set, this set right here. It's almost good, but I cut off the point. I mean, we're all our own worst critics, right? So we're going to see all the mistakes in it. Like, this is off. This one, nope, that one's off too. So they're all off. But you know what? It still looks pretty cool. It's going to be awesome to have a quilt. And it's decent size. I think it's 60 by 70 maybe? 50 by 70? We'll get the finished measurements once I finish the quilt. Which, cross your fingers, I will be able to show you next week. Oh, and I did want to show, okay, after I fold this up, the binding on it. So the backing is going to be just solid black. I'm also going to attempt, when I do the quilting, to use 2 colors of thread. So black for the bobbin, and then I'm going to do gray for the top, just because the majority of it is gray, so of course you'll still see it on this. But my binding, I kept with the polka dots. I don't know. I don't know. But it's going to be this blue for the binding on it. And I think that'll be pretty cool. Also, one of my friends I Zoom with, she had a great idea. So she said, if you're doing free motion quilting, I'm really new to quilting. Like, I've not done a lot at all. But I guess you're supposed to put, like, your name, the date, the pattern, like, the information and stuff on there, which I think is a pretty good idea. Well, instead of, like, having to write it out on a thing, if you're doing free motion quilting, then you can just write in cursive, and you can just literally put the notes in there. And I thought that'd be kind of cool. Also, I thought it might be fun. I don't know if I'm going to try this yet, but, like, to put random words in the quilt. Of course, for me, I'd probably put random cuss words, because if nobody's going to see them, that just makes it fun. But yeah, but that's a mostly finished object, and that's the only sewing project I have to show today. Okay, on to the whips. First one we're going to do, the whole blanket theme. I've got 4 of those crocheted blankets to make. I'm like at 2.5 done, maybe more. This next one is going to have a fox on it. So I have, oh, that one's not done. That'll be it for a moment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 9 white ones. And we have 1, 2, 3 of this color. Almost 4. Yarn. The white yarn is Big Twist Value from Joanne. This is, I love this yarn from Hobby Lobby. I try not to buy from Hobby Lobby. I really try not to buy from Hobby Lobby, but sometimes I have what you need, and this color, like a fox colored yarn, is hard to find. Orange is a thing. There's so many different shades of orange. So that's that. I just have to make roughly 6 more orange squares, and then I'm going to make the fox square, which I don't know. I actually maybe thought about doing the fox square in black, so you're going to have like the white and the orange for the face, and then like the background be black. But I haven't decided what's going to happen there. and how that's going to look the best. Because like with the panda one, I did a contrast with the purple. With the cat one, it worked out just having it with the white and the blue. But with the fox one, I don't think that's going to work just leaving it 2-color. So we'll see what happens there. Okay. Let's see. Next up, we're going to do the sweater. So I'm making a sweater for my son. He already knows it. He's already seen it. When you're making stuff for teenagers, they should be aware of it because you don't want to spend this much time making something and them not want it. The sweater is based off of the Pubcrawler Sweater out of the Son of Stitch and Bitch book. Very loosely based. Very loosely. But I got the back done. Now, one of the things when I use the numbers and then, I was here last time because I put the marker in, so I got all that done. One of the things I did not take into account when I made this up is cables are stretchy, like ribbing. So, he's aware this is going to be a very fitted sweater. I'm hoping that it blocks, especially since it's superwash, that maybe I'll be able to block it out a little bit. I mean, it's going to fit him. It's just how tight is it going to be. But yeah, I'm really happy. Like, I decided on Monday to start working on it, and I had this done like by Wednesday. So, I was pretty proud of that one. Yarn is Cascade Superwash 220 Merino. Superwash Merino 220. How do you say that one? And have a whole bunch of it. So, that one's cool. Next whip. Okay, we're going to go with an old one that I don't work on very often, but sometimes when you don't have anything that you want to work on, you go back to that scrappy blanket. Bag made by me. Just a bag. And I actually started working on my jelly roll a little bit. Not a lot, but you know what? I'm going to show you every bit of knitting I got. I did that much. That's it. This yarn actually has a story. So this is one thing I do love about making anything using scraps, whether it's a Cozy Memories, a jelly roll, anything like that, that there's a story behind the yarn. So this yarn, I actually made a pair of socks out of them. They were not okay and I frogged them. I dyed this yarn. I think it was the first self-striping I ever did. So I'm pretty sure this is done with food coloring and Kool-Aid. I named this color a purple banana. Because if you look at it, I've got specks of grape Kool-Aid, I think, in the yellow. And it really looks like an old banana. And then, of course, you have the purple. And it's just a fun little self-striping. So, that's going to be my next color on there. I'm slowly working on it. This is something that I know is already taken me 2 years. And it's probably going to take me another 2 to 5 years to get it done. I'm okay with that. There's no hurry on this at all. Okay. Next up, some new Castons. This bag from Gingersnapfibers. Look at the little hedgehogs. I actually dearly love Snap Bag, and I want more. This one's... Okay, so this yarn, I don't remember enough details about it. I dyed this. I know I dyed this with Kool-Aid. I do not know how I dyed it. I don't know what I used. Actually, food coloring. This is food coloring probably more than Kool-Aid. It looks amazing, though. Like, look just how... I'm doing 64 stitches. Size 1 needles, 2.25 millimeter. Did 20 rows of ribbing. Did 30 rows of legs. These are a little bit, not shorties, but shorter. Shadow wrap heel. But look, just look how the color is on there. Like, I love the way this is knitting up. It looks so good. So yeah, I think I have, like an inch or two, maybe 2 inches before I start the toe for the size I'm making. So I'm getting there. I just haven't, like, I worked on it for a while and then I didn't. Because new Castons, that happens. Okay. So there's that one. Okay, now a new Caston. This is also part of acquisitions as well. I'm doing a test knit for Coven Collective Fiber Arts. And I also got some other yarn. This is a bag by Mountain State Stitches. They did a collab with Pretty Twisted. And I got a tie-dye bag. Can you guess if this is brioche or not? Of course it is. I love my brioche. So first I'm going to show the yarn I'm using. This is terrible job winding. Is by Coven Collective. The name of this, I can't pronounce it. I'm sorry. It's pretty. I didn't get it for the name. I got it because it looked cool. And the contrast for the brioche is a Mace of Skeins wild card. They look pretty good together. I admit I did run into a little bit of an issue. There are some spots in this where it's almost the same color as this. That's caused me some problems, and you know, which color am I supposed to be using? But here's what we've got so far. It looks so good. Like, I mean, we all know I love brioche, but look at how those colors look. And let me show you the wrong side. Ignore the ends. I mean, even the wrong side, it looks great. So more to come on this. Give you pattern details and stuff once it's out. I'm using some stitch stoppers. I got these at my local yarn store. Kind of naughty, but that's okay. So that is all of the finished object type things. Next up, I do have some acquisitions. I did get some Advent-y stuff in. I'm not going to spoil. Actually, 30 minutes ago, before I started recording, I went and checked the mail, and I got in my Advent from Freckled Whimsy. I am going to show it, but there isn't anything spoiler-wise to see. It's a wrapped skein of yarn, but it looks pretty, so I thought I'd share. So we have this. It just says what I got. I got the Serendipity. There's no mini, and there's 2 split skeins. So when I wind them, I have 2 separate skeins already done. 24 stripes. What I will do with this is I will get them both caked up. I will grab just a bare mini that I have, and I will make a toe, and then I will do these toe up. The reason why I do them toe up is I want to get all of the stripes in there. So I'll do them toe up, and then I will do my foot as long as I need to. Probably do a shadow wrap heel, because that's what I do now. And then I'll go ahead and just finish out the leg with the rest of the stripes, however many that may be. I want to say last year, the Advent socks I did, I think I was able to do 12 and 12, or at least close to it. So it just depends what my gauge is. I have not used Freckled Whimsy's yarn, so I'm not quite sure what my gauge is going to be on it. But I'm excited, and trust me, I was really tempted to open this. I'm not going to. I can wait 3 more weeks? Less than 3 weeks till December 1st. I can do this. And then my other acquisition, I don't know if you call it my acquisition. I'm in, of course, 11 Stitches membership, and we did a Advent swap where we got a partner and we traded just 10 gram minis, just scraps of yarn. So I got mine in. And, I mean, it looks like this right now. I am planning on, I don't know what I'm going to do. I want to do Vlogmas so bad. I want to show everybody what I'm getting, because I have a lot of stuff I'm going to be opening. But I need to figure out, like, a table, a corner, like, some way. I don't know how I'm going to record doing it yet, because I do have so much. So, bear with me on that. I will get it figured out, because I have 2 24 days and then a full skein that I ordered. I have the socks. I have a weekly. I have the 24-day or 25-day swap, and then I have a 12-day swap. That's a lot. I'm not making something with each project, like with each one. I've got a couple projects planned. We'll get into that more once Advent season starts. But that's all I have crafty related. Life related, I mean, Iron Flame came out, so if you read Fourth Wing, jump on it. I've been listening to it. I think I'm on chapter like 12 or 14, so no spoilers or anything. Definitely just, if you like kind of a youngish adult, I don't know if it's considered YA or not, but younger adult anyways, fantasy, Fourth Wing's great. Iron Flame's looking good too. Definitely do recommend that. But yeah, work, read, and craft. That is my life right now. Rest of the day, I'm going to be making bags. I have some people that I'd like to give some Christmas projects bags to. So we're going to go ahead and get that done the rest of the day. So, wow, cool thing about skipping a week is I had a 20-minute episode. This doesn't happen very often. I hope it's not too long. But I do want to thank everybody who's watching. Comment below. Let me know. Do you have any Advent stuff? Or just what's your holiday knitting plans if you're not getting anything Advent related? Because that's okay too. And I do want to thank everybody for subscribing and watching. And have a great weekend.